I remember the first time I met the brother, I was in Green Acres Mall. It was me, and it was a friend of mine, and it was his man. Which, man, I became cool with this man, so you might as well say we was all friends. But we going through the mall. So we over by the elevator, and I think the store we was not too far from. I believe it was a J.C. Penney's, but it's not too far from the escalators. But anyway, I'm walking, two guys with me, and we see Guru coming towards us, and he has like this long coat on, like a 3/4 length coat, whatever. So we see him. So my man that I'm with, he also used to produce and everything, and he just, he has a lot of energy with him. And yeah, we had a lot of respect for the brother. So when he was all excited, so when he seen him, he's like, "Yo, that's Guru, what up?" Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of LB Tales from the Hood. And today's episode is called the Rappers Edition. Today's episode is about some of the more famous rappers that I encountered and some of the positive experiences I had with them. I've met a few people in my time, celebrities, whether they come to actors, rappers, but I find the most interesting really has been the rappers. So this first story is about Guru. Now he's in the group Gang Starr. And anybody who knows Guru, which I know he has a lot of fans across the globe, this guy was an incredible lyricist and just amazing, and I have to say he's just a cool guy, just like in person, everything. Every time I met him, he was always a stand-up guy. What's messed up too is after he passed, I've heard some negative things about him in the media. Some people said this, some people was like this. I don't like when people do that, man. First of all, you should never talk bad and speak down on the dead because they're not even here to defend themselves. And second of all, you know what this person means to a lot of people. You know his family and people really love him. Like, what are people really doing that for? Clout chasing and doing it the wrong way, man. Come on, man. Like, but all my experiences with the brother was positive. So I remember the first time I met the brother, I was in Green Acres Mall. It was me, and it was a friend of mine, and it was his man. Which, man, I became cool with this man, so you might as well say we was all friends. But we going through the mall. So we over by the elevator, and I think the store we was not too far from. I believe it was a J.C. Penney's, but it's not too far from the escalators. But anyway, I'm walking, two guys with me, and we see Guru coming towards us, and he has like this long coat on, like a 3/4 length coat, whatever. So we see him. So my man that I'm with, he also used to produce and everything, and he just, he has a lot of energy with him. And yeah, we had a lot of respect for the brother. So when he was all excited, so when he seen him, he's like, "Yo, that's Guru, what up?" So you just wanted to say what's up. I understood what it was, but the only thing is, with that exciting energy, Guru didn't, he didn't know us. He seen us and he didn't know how to take it. He didn't know whether it was a fan giving him love. He didn't know if somebody was trying to get at him. He didn't know what it was. So I could kind of see. And the way my man was going, he was coming like, he wasn't trying to be aggressive, but he was like, "Yo," he was going over to him like, "Yo, what up?" to give him a pound, you know what I mean? But like I said, you can't take no chances out here. And I understand that, man. Trust me, I've been in certain environments. I know what it is, and you never know what a person's intentions are. So the way Guru reacted, you could tell my man my man was heavy. I'm gonna put it like that. My man was reaching in his joint. Something was coming out. It was about to get ugly up in that middle of Green Acres Mall, man. I was like, yo, and I was like, I understood, yo. I tell you no lie, man. I mean, it's some people gonna say, look at that, they love the ignorance and pray. It's not even about that. I tell you no lie, I had a lot of love for Guru, and when that happened, I already respected the brother, but I had even more respect for him. I was like, oh, I see he was about to get what to do, and it's not that was excited. It was that the fact that he held his own. He held his own as a man. He held it down, and the fact that, I said, I had to respect him for that, because what do you expect a man to do? He's a grown man. He's gonna protect himself. So, but then like I said, when he was about to move like that, man was like, "Yo, what up?" And it's like Guru said, "Oh," he was like, "Hold up." He was like, "Yo, I respect you, Carol, such and such." That's what my homeboy was telling him. So Guru was like, "Oh," he was like, "Yo, come on, man." He was like, "Yo," he gave him man a pound. He gave me a pound. He gave the other dudes with a pound. So he was like, "Yo," he was like, "For real, man." He was like, you could never tell if it's love. He was like, the way you came, he said, I thought it might have been something else. I thought it might have went left and it was going to go a different type of way. So I was sitting there, I was like, I was like, I mess with Guru, man. I was like, I like him. I liked him before. I like him now even more, man. Spoke to the brother. He was real cool. You know, we chopped it up. And this was before his album Moment of Truth, too. So he was telling us about it. He was recording. He was with Primo and all that. He was like, yo, DJ Premier did this. And, you know, he was telling us how to join. He was like, yo, trust me. When it come out, I'm feeding the streets, blah, blah, blah. And I was just soaking up game. I was like, yo, can't wait till that joint drop. And I'm not going to lie. His album Moment of Truth was fire to me. Excuse me. I almost had a voice crack, man. Damn, it's crazy. Seriously, but when I'm talking about, I really, dude was almost like a. I'm not gonna start capping and be like, yeah, it's about my bizarre that, you know. No, I had a lot of love from him. I respect his lyricism. It's just that, it was one of the moments, especially at that moment. It was like, you know what I'm saying. I was happy to get to know the brother. Like I said, man, had a lot of respect for the brother, a lot of love, you know. Guru, may he rest in peace, man. The brother. Another thing about the brother. So that's the first time I met him. Cool, like I said, told us about the album. Album came out. Album was fire. I copped the album, got it legitimate, got it from the store. Album was bananas, man. I'm about to go pull that up or something. We don't have albums no more. I don't even know where the CD is at no more. I'm going to have to, you know, digitally download that because, like I said, I don't know where the CD is to even try to burn that to MP3. But I ran into Guru another time after that. He actually had a place over in Valley Stream. He was staying with his lady. But one thing, whenever I seen him around his home area and his home environment, I never violate him. I would never violate another man and woman home space like that. So if I see him in public, it's what's up. He was always cool. You know, seen him a few more times, you know, he give you a pound, you chop it up. But when I seen him around his home, because one time I was actually parked up in this block where he lived, like right in front of his crib. And when I was there, I seen his boys pull up. You know, I don't know if you heard them. It was a, you know, pretty good group back in the days. They did their thing. Their name was a group home. So I seen dudes from the group home pull up. They gave him a pound. They was going into politics or whatever they was doing. You know, respect to the group home too. Much love, man. But you know, I never, like I said, I never violated a man home. So I just seen him. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I gave him a little head nod and I kept it moving, going where I was going. But that was a cool, down to earth brother, man. Respect and love, man. Rest in peace, Guru. And now the next rapper I'm going to speak on is Prodigy. Prodigy from the group Mobb Deep. One half of the group, him and his partner Havoc. Which actually, I actually ran into both of them. It's funny because Havoc, I didn't say nothing to Havoc when I ran into him. But when I ran into Havoc, I was actually working in an animal shelter out on Long Island. And Havoc had came in with his sister because I think she wanted to adopt a dog. So he just was there with her or whatever. So we seen him walking around. And it's crazy, man. Let me tell you what's bugged about. All right, we seen Havoc. I think it was his sister, and I think he was just by himself. I was working with this one cat, so this one cat started talking smack. So I'm just doing my thing. I'm just mopping, whatever. I seen him, and my boy Havoc was shining. He had on his cross or whatever, his iced out cross. You could see the light hitting off of it. I was like, all right, you know, to me, I ain't a hater. I respect it. You know, more power to you. Get your money playing. He got some bomb beasts. Mobb Deep is they group. Come on, they lit, man. Everybody love Mobb Deep. One of the best groups of all time, man. Next to like Run DMC, Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know, the list goes on and on. But, you know, one of my favorites too. So, you know, like I said, oh, with Havoc. Yeah, so I was working with this one kid. He was like, yo, he's like, yo, you see that chain, man? He was like, how many years of us working here that chain cost right there? He said, yo, I should just go walk up and punch him in his joint right now and take it. And I was looking like, I'm like, yo, dude, I'm like, first of all, you need to stop that. And I'm like, that dude got that. I was like, he probably know how to protect that. He's quite comfortable right here with his sister and doing his thing. And I'm like, besides that, you work here. They got all your information here. So even if you was to do something, you ain't going too far. You're going to get got. If you don't get got right now by dude, you're going to get got by the law. I'm like, come on. But I knew people just, that's a whole bunch of cap or whatever. I knew he was talking. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. I was like, nah. I was like, me. I was like, I respect the brother. I was like, I wouldn't even try nothing like that. So that's goofy. I'm like, I got love for him, man. He earned that. That's him. I'm not a thief anyway. Respect. But I knew the guy was just talking smack. But getting back to Prodigy. All right, so I first had a run-in with Prodigy, and it's something I'm not even gonna speak on. It wasn't even that serious. It was a misunderstanding, but it was years ago at a Roy Rogers restaurant. It wasn't about nothing. And it's light work, nothing. But besides that, that man is dead. And like I said, I never would speak bad, or I never speak on certain situations involving the dead that they can't sit there and they can't, you know what I'm saying, they can't defend themselves. That's not even right. So I would never even, you know, go into that. But I remember I ran into Prodigy the second time at the Shaft premiere, and it was over by Green Acre. No, not Green Acre. Sorry, it was Roosevelt Fillmore out on Long Island. They had the Shaft premiere out there around 2000. So when I was in there, we was leaving, and I seen him. He was with his baby moms. I'm not sure if that was, you know, his wife or whatever. We're gonna say his child's mother, and he had his child. The funny thing is, I didn't. This young lady at the time, his daughter was he had his daughter with him in the carrier. His daughter now is Santana Fox. As a matter of fact, you know, his daughter, she also do music. So his daughter do music. So go check out Santana Fox, you know, out there on social media platforms. You can check her Instagram and everything, but just shout out. But at the time, that was his daughter. She was small. She was a baby. She was in the carrier. So when I seen him, I said, all right. I said, let me go say what's up to him. I said, first off, you know, I was working with, you know, doing a little label thing, some artist management, some certain other stuff with another cat. And I was like, and he produced. So I was like, he gonna be asking me too, like, yo, you ran in the Prodigy, you ain't say nothing. So I said, let me just go say what's up. So after the movie or whatever, I went to say what's up. And let me tell you something, it was the coolest encounter in the world, man. My man Prodigy was, yo, what up, son? He gave me a pound. It was all good, man. We chopped it up. We got to talking about music. And he actually took the time afterwards. You know, I think he gave the baby carrot, whatever, to the child's mother. Me and him stood off to the side. He chopped it up with me, and it was all love. It was a great conversation, man. It was an excellent convo. And here's the crazy thing, you know, we talked about music a little bit, gave each other a pound, went our separate ways. But what's funny is I didn't even realize, like, as much as I listened to his music, I started listening to, like, more of his interviews and even deeper and the other stuff that he did after he died. Like, I think it was, what, the Hegelian dialect, I believe it's called. But the point is, outside of just the Mobb Deep stuff, he went deep with a lot of things. Prodigy was one hell of a lyricist. You got to he belongs up there in them top spots, man. He was a hell of a lyricist, but I didn't realize how deep he was. But what's funny is, I back in the days was studying like conspiracy theories, got into all type of Illuminati. What I was really forced to examine was the fact that I think I got into a lot of it because of Prodigy. And here's why. Back in the days, he had that song. He's like, Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society trying to keep an eye on me. I think that might have been on the joint with LL Cool J. I think he said that with Cannabis and then with that whole thing that started between LL and K. I think it might have been on that song. But when I thought back, I said, hearing that, I think that's when I started researching the Illuminati. I'm not sure, but I got back into it in like the mid-90s. And it took me down a rabbit hole. I started studying this and that. But the whole thing is, I said, I think it's because of him. And I said, the crazy thing is, after the encounter, when I seen him at the movie premiere at Shaft, I thought about it. I said, yo, I was like, had that crossed my mind, we could have had a different type of convo. We could have went a little deeper than just music. And we probably would have found that we connected on certain things. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, after seeing some interviews with him, I'm like, damn, I wish I could have really got to pick his brain and go deep. But, you know, like I said, the brother was a stand-up brother, real cool brother. I have to commend him, man. He just may he rest in peace. We lost some of the best, man. Prodigy, rest in peace, Bandana P, man. So that's it for the story, my man Prodigy. You know, there's a few more honorable mentions. I remember I used to be around farmers, you know, and see what a Cool G Rap, he'd be doing the Black Denali, you know, just chopping up with the young bulls out there. He seemed like a good brother. For the most part, let me think. I think for the most part, that's pretty much it. Oh, I want to talk about one thing. The Blaze battle. Back in the days, this was the Blaze battle. Remember I ran the Cheeks there. I think this is before the hit he had, I'm sorry Miss Jackson, but I'm not 100% sure. I remember we was online, I remember Cheeks was beefing with the security because he's like, yo, how you gonna pat me down, baby? He's like, it's me. And they was like, yeah, everybody gotta get checked. And he's like, yo, he's like, me too. Cheeks was like right in front of me. So I went in, and speaking of the Lost Boys, man, yo, rest in peace, Freaky Ty. Rest in peace, yo. If you know, you know, man. Out in South Side, they love their boy Ty, man. And you know, I didn't know him personally, but I knew people that knew him, that ran with him, and I knew his family. Some of his family, yo, they speak on Ty. It was like he's a good brother, man. Sorry how you got killed. It's messed up. However it happened. Not for me to speak on, but you know what I'm saying. I just gotta say rest in peace, Ty, man. And you know, it's messed up. It's messed up what happened to you. For those that know, you know, it's much love to his family, man. You know, I know, oh, matter of fact, speaking of family and out there South Side, you know, formerly known as J Drama. Used to run the group with Jugger, but now he changed the name to Southside Drama. Matter of fact, he do music too. Go check him out. Check out his music, Southside Drama. But you know, he was like, you know, fam. He was fam to you know, Freaky Ty and everything, man. You know, my condolences to Ty's whole family, everybody that love him. Like I said, Southside Drama's a good dude too. He used to sometimes line me up, and I remember he was at the barber shop up on out in Hollis, and he used to line up, you know, my two sons too. He used to have the special, father and son special. He used to line all three of us up. So he doing this thing, man. Much respect. You know what I'm saying? Like he had told me one time, he was like, yo, he was like, basically we kept him out the streets as his music and basically being nice with the clippers and clipping the hair. So I respect and I salute and I support any brother that's out here trying to make a difference, do something positive, man. So shout out to you, Southside Drama. Much love, man, from LB, baby. You know, rest in peace, Freaky Ty, you and your family, man. You know, much love, Lost Boys, all y'all. You know, they staple out in Southside. And while we on Southside real quick, man, you know, I got a lot of love for Southside, man. You know, speaking on Southside, I would always go to the Rib Shack. You know, even if, you know, my eating changed, I still would go cop a Rib Shack meal for my family, get them the ribs, mac and cheese, collard greens, and all that. Even though it's not by the original owners anymore, it's still a staple in the community, the Southside. So I got a lot of love for Southside, man. Southside's a beautiful place. Sometimes people go with the reputation, because we all know South Suicide Queens has a reputation as being hard, certain people coming from there, but there's a lot of love and there's a lot of beauty that don't get spoken on. And you know, Rib Shack is one of them. It was originally started by Poor Freddy. Poor Freddy had Poor Freddy tires out there. And another thing, shout out to Poor Freddy and his family, man, because I remember my grandpops, he always supported Poor Freddy. Like a lot of people in the hood did. They went to him because it was like, first of all, he's a black man doing something positive, trying to, you know, give back to his community. Heard he did a lot for the community too. So we're like, we're going to support that. We're going to get behind that the way a community should, man. So, you know, him and his family, they was good people, man. Poor Freddy copped his tires, you know, went to the Rib Shack. Then he started the Rib Shack and had other businesses, man. He was a very entrepreneurial type of gentleman, had the entrepreneurial spirit. And then later on, you know, the Rib Shack got left. I think it was, I'm not sure exactly the relation to him. I'm not sure if it was a sister-in-law or whatever, but it was Miss Margaret. But, you know, shout out to her too. And, you know, that's just, like I said, the Rib Shack, you know, what happened, it changed hands, but it's still there, you know, even though it's different owners in the hood. And I still support them, man. It's a staple of the hood. You know, so shout out the whole South Side. Got love for you. Everybody out there. So, anyway, man, back to the Rappers Edition. Let me think, who else, man? Well, for the most part, I don't want to just drag this on. I don't want to make the video too long, but I also want to make sure I'm not missing out on anybody. I ain't forgetting anybody. Oh, by the way, getting back to the Blaze battle. That was the year Breeze the Ever Flowing had won that Blaze battle. You know, shout out to Breeze the Ever Flowing. He was killing it. Serious lyricist. And that's also when we got introduced to D12. Because when we was there, Eminem's brother was actually there. So he was introducing this group D12. And, you know, I was there with my homeboy and we had never heard of it. And it's funny, too, because here's the thing, right? When we got into the battle, we was on the main floor. After the battle, what we did is we had to pretend like we was part of the camera crew so we could kind of slip downstairs or whatever and get to rub shoulders with some of the rappers. And like, yo, dudes is cool, man. I chopped it up with Dana Dane. He gave me his math, and I met a few other people there, man. And, you know, everybody there was all love and it was all cool. We even seen Breeze downstairs. He was one. Everybody's like, yo, congratulations, champ, all that or whatever. And like I said, D12. That's the first time I seen him perform. That's the first time I even heard him. I remember the first thing with everybody like Conniva. I don't remember all their names. I don't want to disrespect anybody. I just don't remember all the D12 names. I remember Conniva, man, but all I know is when they started rapping, to me, they all kind of sounded like Eminem. And I was like, yo, I was telling man, I was like, yo, this is crazy. They sound like M. But I was like, yo, they got skills. They was doing their thing. They did their thing. They did their set. Everybody cheered or whatever. It was a great night, man. It was cool. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, man, because I don't want to drag this out too long. Sometimes my videos they go on or whatever, and I know people like, we tired of hearing his mouth. Get to the point. You got to the story. Now that's it. People's attention span is short these days anyway. I know it's the microwave generation. So, anyway, we're going to wrap this up, man. So, that wraps up the Rappers Edition. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So, I will see you guys back on the next episode. Coming to you soon. I'm going to keep them coming regularly. It's your boy LB signing off, man. And you know what I got to do? The signature sign off. Just chill. to the next episode. Thank you guys for following along with your boy, man. I got love for all you out there, man. Love all around the world. Keep it positive. Stay safe, guys. It's a cold world out here. It's crazy. And matter of fact, when we're on rappers, rest in peace, Takeoff, man. Rest in peace. Man, look, I'm not even going to speak on what happened because I'm not even qualified to speak on it. I wasn't there, but I'm just going to say this. Rest in peace. That's it, man. You know, he seemed like a beautiful soul. You know, a lot of stuff, a lot of people posting a lot of stuff about him, you know, just previous photos, just interviews and whatever, man, and just rest in peace. It's sad, man. We lost another one. We keep losing people. We're losing people in general, but especially these rappers out there. How is it the most dangerous job? It's not supposed to be like that, man. Not supposed to be like that. They made it out. We supposed to be celebrating them. You know what I'm saying? They speaking our story. People who's in the hood or whoever been through something. You ain't supposed to kill that, man. It's like you killing the voice of God, man. I know people are like, oh, he's stretching with that, but no. Any talent that you have comes from the Most High, regardless of how you use it. It comes from the Most High. We do what we do because of him. Like anything that I could do, if I tell a joke, I'm like, it's not me, it's the Father in me that's greater than me because I'm channeling the Father through me. It's how I may direct or choose to send that power, but I know where my source of strength and power comes from. So a lot of these guys or whatever, they're talented. That talent comes from God. And, you know, I just respect the talent. I respect it. I got love for it. And, you know, it's sad what's happening, man. The fact that, you know, every other time you turn on the TV or you hear the news, somebody else passed away. But, you know, may Takeoff, rest in peace, and all the other brothers and sisters that we lost in the game, and all other soldiers and all the rappers, man. It's just crazy. But I'm going to end it right here, man. Love you all. Have love and respect for one another. We got to stop this senseless violence, man. I'm trying to do my best to stop it. That's why I speak to the youth. I speak to people. I'm only spreading positivity and love. Hopefully you guys are doing the same. Till next time, peace.